Guys, welcome back to tutorial. Welcome back to ELD Stitches YouTube channel. So in today's tutorial, we're going to learn how to make this lunch bag. So before I start, I would like to give you the requirements that you need to make this lunch bag. So you can see with me, this is my zip cloth, this is my handle already sewn. This belt here is 1-inch belt, and I have about 50 inches. And this my handle is about 10.5 inches long. 10.5 inches long. So I have another belt here about 10 inches. I have my 2 zip lock. So I have my cartoon character. Then I have my leather. So this leather I have here is 9 inches by 20 inches. This way is 9 inches, this way is 20 inches. I have one piece. I've cut foam for it. The foam should be less than the leather. I've also cut lining for it. So I have another leather here. This way is 8 inches, while this side is 9 3/4 inches. I have one piece here. I've cut lining for it and also foam for it. I also have my adjuster. So I also have these 2 leathers. This leather is this way is 5.5 and this way is 9 inches, and I have it 2 pieces. So one is for the top and one is for the base. So now we are going to start our sewing. So I'm going to start first with my leather, this leather. So I'm going to sew my handle to it and also my cartoon character. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to fold it into 2 to get the midpoint. But I'm going to notch the midpoint. So I'm going to clip it down here, then I will fold it in by 1/4 inch and sew. So that's what I'm going to do now. First, you have to reduce the length of our cartoon character, because if I look at it now, look at the cartoon character is longer than the leather. So I will reduce the length before I will sew it on my leather. So this is what I have now after sewing it. So the next thing I'm going to do on this leather now is I'm going to mark out the side of this bag. So I'm going to measure it so that we'll be able to know where we sew our belt. So from here I'm taking 5.5 inches now. So after getting the 5.5 inches, we are going to decide the middle of the 5.5 inches. You can fold it this way to get your middle. If you don't know how to do it, you fold it this way. So almost 3 inches is our middle. So this is it. So I'm going to sew my belt. So I'm going to get my belt. I will centralize it here. I'm going to centralize my belt here and sew at this point and sew. So I will get the second belt, the one of 10 inches. Then I will get my adjuster. I'll put it into it this way. place it here and also sew. So guys, I'm done sewing the handle. This is what I have now. So now we're going to sew our zip cloth to it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my lining. This is my lining now. So I will bring my zip cloth. This is my zip cloth. I'll place it on my lining this way. Then I will bring my leather and place it on my zip cloth. The right side of my leather. This is the right side. It will be facing the right side of my zip cloth. So I'm going to sew it now. I'll arrange it and sew. So this is it now. I'm done sewing it now. So I'm going to flip my lining this way. I'll flip it, arrange it, and top stitch on it. When I reach here, I'll sew this way, sew this way. When I get here, I will insert my foam inside and complete the sewing. Okay, this is it now. After top stitching it, this is what I have. So now it is time to put our zip head. So I'm going to put my zip head now. So now I'm going to sew the back leather. I'm going to bring my leather, which is this one now. I'm going to put it on my zip cloth this way. Make sure it's equal with your zip cloth. So I'm going to put lining. My lining will be down. I'll put my lining and stitch it down. So I'm done sewing this side. So I'm going to move it this way, put it right side to right side, equal. First I need to trim off the excess zip cloth here. This way. So I'll bring my lining also. Put my lining, arrange it. I'll bring my peg, I'll peg it down, arrange it. So I'm going to, I'll go to my sewing machine now and stitch it. So this is what I have now after sewing it. So I'm going to bring it to the right side. So now, going to insert our foam. When you insert your foam, you stitch it close here and also here. I have now after sewing, closing here and here. This is the bag now. So I'm going to keep this aside. So now is the time to sew our handle. I have notched this midpoint and also this midpoint. So I'm going to put it this way, midpoint to midpoint. I will stitch it this way, coming by 1 inch, go this way and also this way. I will turn to this side, match the two notch points together and also do the same here. So this is the handle. Now I'm done sewing the handle. This is what I have. So now I'm going to get my lining. I'll place my leather on my lining, put the foam inside and stitch it round. I'll bring the base. This is the base. I'll also put my leather on top of my lining, put the foam inside, arrange it and stitch it round. So I'm done sewing it now. This is what I have now. Okay guys, the clip of how I sewed the top and the base to the bag, I couldn't find it, so I'm working on the same school lunch bag, so I want to use this to illustrate to you how I achieved that. So this is the bag I'm making now. What I did is that after sewing it, I turned it back to the wrong side. So now I've notched the middle. This is how I got the middle, the two joining points where I join the back. I'll bring it together, stretch my leather very well and notch it. See, I've notched here, then I'll notch here and also here. So this is the top. I also folded it into two and notch it on both sides. I'll do the same thing on the base. So now after notching it, this top is going to be on the zipper side. So I'll have to put the handle inside first. Then I will put the top on the zipper side where you sew the zipper. Then I will put it notch point to notch point. Make sure that you match it and the two notch points are together. Then I will clip it down. I will also pick this side, match it notch point to notch point. I'll also clip it down. Then I will clip it round. So now that I'm done arranging it, I'm going to sew it round. So what I did here is what I'm going to do on this side. So this is how I sewed the base and the top to the main body. So this is what I have now after sewing the cover and the base to the main body. This is what I have now. So the next thing now is I'm going to use my taping belt to tape it round. I will tape the cover round. I will also tape the base. Put my belt this way and also tape it round. So I'm done taping it round. This is it now. So now I'm going to turn it to the right side. So this is what I have now after turning to the right side. The next thing is just to sew our handle. Just watch what I'm doing. This is the adjuster. Make sure that your belt is not twisted when you are putting it. So once I'm done putting the belt to the adjuster now, I will go to my machine and sew it. So guys, this is our lunch bag now. This is what I have now after sewing it. If you have watched this extent and you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly do so to support me. Like my videos, and as you watch, please share the videos. Thank you for watching. See you in the next tutorial.